Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode as we take on Tottenham in the European Super Cup. So I hope you're all doing well. Again, yesterday's episode was a little bit rubbish really in terms of the transfers that we made because we have no money and clubs were bidding really tiny amounts for our players that just weren't worth selling, and then because of that no one really came in other than one player arriving in January. So it was a little bit of a lackluster transfer special, but I promise you today is going to be a better episode because of obviously the game coming up, but also a couple of things that have happened off camera. So if you're looking forward to that, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. So as the transfer window has gone on, we've not signed anyone else, but bids have been getting pretty big for some of our players. For example, Demancic is in demand right now. Arsenal putting up 44, rising to 66. Man City putting up 46, rising to 65. And then Juventus putting up 42, rising to 74. Thing is, Demancic is one of the best centre-backs in the world, so I'm going to reject it, but it's getting big. There was also a big bid for Jan Cavalcanti, but we need to go to past Tom for this one. He's wearing the same t-shirt and in the same position, so I might put a little bit of a filter on it so you know it's past Tom. We've also finally seen the first over £100 million bid for Jan Cavalcanti as well, although it's £100 million down the line, and number two, well, Jan Cavalcanti's not going anyway, so see you later. But the best bit of news from past Tom is this. So, currently sitting on the 31st of July, and you saw in yesterday's episode, we struggled to get offers in for Procheska. Norwich could have had him for £19 million earlier on. They've just come in offering 35 out of the blue. 29 up front, 6 or basically 7 down the line, right? I am going to try and get as much money out of them as possible. 35, 10. Suggest. Oh, I should have gone more. 45 million Procheska. Accepts it. So Procheska is now a Norwich City player after they just bought him for 45 million, which is absolutely ridiculous. He's played one game, played terribly, so obviously very good value for money right now. What this means is that we suddenly have got £43 million to spend, and you know exactly where 24 of it is going. Hello Bob Hutton, would you like to come back to us please? Let's make an offer of 24 million, which they accepted last time, so £24 million again. Bob Hutton, we'd love you to join the club, please, as the offer's been accepted and he's willing to talk contracts. Now, last time he wanted to be an important player. This time, just a squad player. He was on 69,000 last time. He wants between 52 and 76 this time. So let's get him down as a squad player. And then we'll become a regular starter when there's room in the team, when Alavio... That's quite... I've not seen that one come through before. I'll leave it in there, but I'm going to get rid of the other promises. Suggest. Finalise. Negotiate. Now, he's come in here wanting 73 grand a week, which will make him the highest paid player at the club, which I don't really like. If I can get this down to like 60... push his agent fee all the way up to make him accept it. I mean, he'll be on the bench quite a lot. That unused substitute fee of 9 grand is a lot. I mean, he will make a lot of... Actually, maybe not that much money. Let's try and bring it down to like 5.5. Goal bonus can go up because he might score some goals. Appearance fee's got to sort of come down a little bit to 15. Let's suggest terms. And he's come back wanting still a lot of money. We can bring it down to 62. 16 and 6.5. I don't think he's not budging. He's gone orange. I want him for the sake of having him. I'm going to finalise it. Oh, that was maybe not so good. I mean, it's as good as the contract we agreed yesterday, but it's, I think, maybe more in bonuses now. But in my opinion, he is an improvement on Procheska in some areas. Maybe not in all areas, but definitely an improvement on Procheska. I'm scared to do a comparison because now I'm thinking that might not be the case. But we are still making money because we're bringing this guy in for less than what we paid and sold Procheska for, although the wage difference is huge. Also, Alexandro is now happy to stay at the club. I knew he would be. So yeah, they're kind of like the only things to sort of update you on from in between episodes. Things in European football are going well. All the clubs that are in Europe from Scotland are still in it, which is great to see. In fact, I think when we take on Tottenham in the Super Cup, Motherwell are taking on Dundalk. They won their first leg 3-2. And then Celtic drew with Midtjylland. But they are playing at home this time, so I'd like to think they can go on to win that one. When it comes to Hibs, who came 5th, they join in the final qualifying round for the Europa Conference League, which hasn't happened yet. And then, of course, us and Rangers and whoever came 4th go straight to the group stage of Champions League and Europa League. So we can get all 6 teams into the group stage. I think that would be the first time it's ever happened, and that would be a miracle. So let's get things kicked off then. Peter starts in goal for this line with a back line of Van Steen, Demancic, Sandro and De Klerk. Alavio and McLumper start in the middle. Shaban, Cavalcanti and Alien in the attacking midfield because La Cruz has currently got a knock. And then Varela leads the line. Also, Cavalcanti's got 5 goals this season so far because, I forgot to mention it, we've played 2 league games so far. A 6-1 against Kilmarnock with Cavalcanti scoring a hat-trick, and then he scored 2 more in a 4-0 win over Dunfermline. So naturally that means we are already top of the table, as you can see. So as kickoff is upon us here today in game, we are playing in the European Super Cup, which conveniently, as I record this, is being played in real life between Villarreal and Chelsea. And I suppose I could just pause the game right now and just check the OneFootball app for the score. Of course, OneFootball is the best football app out there to keep up to date with all of the latest footballing news and scores and updates from around the world. As I record this, Chelsea are 1-0 up as it stands currently against Villarreal. So if you're a Chelsea fan, you love to see it. And if I wanted to, I could follow the game, tap the notification bell, and I will get all the push notifications sent straight through to my phone whenever anything happens in game. So if you want to help me and the channel out, would massively appreciate it if you could download the OneFootball app for absolutely free from the top line of the description. That's such a good sponsorship integration. I've always wanted to hold that thought. What has Cavalcanti done there? Why is he not past that? Anyway, the point I was trying to make before Cavalcanti has just stopped us from going 1-0 up against Spurs is I quite like that. You know, I've never done a sponsorship integration with OneFootball where I've been talking about a game when it's actually happening and get a footage of things actually happening. I thought that was well good. I'm patting myself on the back there. You know, I pride myself on the sponsorship integrations, and that one, beautiful in my opinion. We are still struggling to score in this game. We should be 1-0 up by now, thanks to Jan Cavalcanti not passing it. We're not 1-0 up. But with 35 minutes or so in this first half gone, we are looking pretty strong, I must say, as De Klerk on the ball right now, coming forward with it down the right-hand side. He's been subject to quite a few bids. He's a little disgruntled about not being let go from the club. But he's here now, he's playing football, and I expect him to score some goals. Van Steen has had bids from PSG made for him, which I think is very frustrating because they've got Passos, who they stole off us last season, who was our left-back. We signed him as the replacement, and now they want our replacement left back because apparently he's so good as well. So very upset about that. If they want to give us Passos back, they can have Van Steen, but that's not part of the deal apparently. Anyway, after a dominating first half here in Zagreb in Croatia where we're playing this game, we are still not winning. I'm far from pleased from what I've just seen, and I'm tempted to make changes. If Varela cannot score some goals, I think we could think of some players who might be able to, and as the second half ticks on, 60 minutes on the clock, we're not seeing much. Lassielin has just picked up a knock. Let's bring him off for Thad McRae. Let's get Sebastian Varela off, though, for Fox Anderson, the young Swedish striker on loan last season in Spain at Valencia. Let's see what he can do on the pitch right now. Let's confirm those subs, and hopefully he'll score a goal or two to win us this competition, as Tam Lumper won't score any goals like that. Looks like this game could be going to extra time and penalties as it stands right now. We are 0-0 still with 83 minutes on the clock, but that's a very good ball from a Tottenham. No, surely not. We can't lose the Super Cup. This should be a routine win for us. These guys only played in the conference of the Europa League last season. We can't lose this one. It's the only trophy that's eluded us so far. And despite being the much better team here today, it's eluded us still. I don't want to watch that. I don't know. That's really taking me by surprise. I thought we were going to batter Tottenham today. Maybe some of our players who are subject to lots of bids, De Klerk, Demancic, Sandro, all of them pretty much. Maybe they're just unsettling the team. Or say they are the team. They're literally most of our starting 11, right? And they pretty much are unsettled. The only player in the starting 11 from that game, Shaban, Lassier, but only because he's on loan to us, and Peter, they're the only ones who aren't wanted by other clubs. They're unsettled. At least we get £3 million for that. How much did Tottenham win for that, by the way? If we get £3 million as the losers rules, winning only gets £4 million. Oh, that's not that much, is it? Hopefully, before we finish up today's episode, which will be in a moment's time or so, I want to see Bob Hutton sign. If not, he should be coming in next episode. Speaking of next episode, I don't really know what or when we should do for it because, well, I kind of feel like deadline day could be pretty interesting. If bids keep going up hugely for some of our players, we could cash in on one or two of them and then bring in loads on deadline day, maybe. But I need to do some planning for that, and I need a bit of time to do planning for that. You know, just actually find some players that we might want to sign, as we sold Procheska for no reason. I mean, they are paying him more than double what we were going to pay him, right? So I can see why he's gone. Okay, well, in that case, we've got £45 million to spend. We'll work it out. We'll do it next episode. Oh, really annoyingly as well, Celtic lost. So thanks a lot, Celtic. They're out of the Champions League, and that's going to really hamper our coefficient points. So they better go on to win the Europa League this season to make up for it. Luckily, Motherwell ended up beating Dundalk, so they go into the final qualifying round for the Europa Conference League. But I am not happy. Celtic letting me down twice there. One, accepting a bid from Arsenal, which was less than what we were going to pay by £1 million. And then they've gone and only lost in the Champions League. Right, well, look forward to next episode then, because money, hopefully, will be spent. Thank you ever so much for watching today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.